Alright, so let's say we wanted to make a line graph in Google Sheets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sheets.google.com. I should then get a nice blank sheet with all these empty cells. And so if I want to make a line graph, that's really to sort of progress something over time and keep track of something over time. So let's say, for example, I had a science experiment and I had a plant, and in that plant, different days I sort of watered it, and we had the height that it grows. So I could either do like day 1, day 2, day 3, and then once you've done a couple, you can actually highlight them. And if you see when I move the mouse, it turns into a crosshair. Then I can drag it down, and it will try to guess what I'm doing there. So it realized I was counting by 1, so it did that. Alternatively, let's say instead I was doing like the day 2/1/20, 2/2/20. Again, I could highlight 2 of them, get it so it goes through crosshairs, drag it down, and now I have the days right there. And then let's say I wanted to put my height, and I'll just paste those in so you don't have to see me type them. So that's my plant over the course of the days. If I want to make the graph, I'm going to click the first cell, drag down to the end so it's all highlighted, and then I can either click the insert chart button right there, or I could go down to the bottom right hand corner to this little thing that says explore, and that'll guess kind of what we want it to do. So if I go to the first one, I can see that's a nice line graph showing the progress over time. I'm going to click that and just drag and drop it right there. I then have, if I click these 3 little dots, I can do edit, and I have a bunch of changes that I can make, including customizing and adding a bunch of things. Now I'm actually going to add some more information to it before I customize it, because let's say I had 2 different plants rather than just one. I had the height for 2 different ones I was watering with different things. So maybe I was watering one with water, and then I decided what will happen if I water this other plant with soda, and I've already got some information there. So let's say that's the height of each one. So I see they both started the same, but obviously the soda one did not do as well. So let's say if I want to graph 2 lines, again, I'm going to click on one corner, drag and carry it over, and then in the explore option, I will see now it has 2 lines in it. So I'm going to drag and drop that right here. So now I can do some editing and look at some of the options. 3 dots, edit chart. So for a line chart, I can click this in the main setup if I want to make it look a little bit different. I could click like one of these to smooth it. I could do the jagged line where it's just connecting, and then I'm going to go to customize though, because I feel like I'm ready to go. Customize just changes how it looks. Chart style gives you background color, font, theme, so maybe I want to change it, the font. It also allows you to smooth if you would like. That just again smooths out the lines. If I go to chart axis and title, I could change, this is our title, this is our axis. So our main title is water and soda. So maybe I want to change my title so it's more descriptive. And so it's going to be watering plants with different liquids. And so I can change that right there. I can also change the font size, color, all of that information. I can also make a vertical axis because there's nothing on the vertical side, where I might say like height. Oops. Oh my goodness. In centimeters. And so I have that right there. I can also again change the font, the color, all of that information of that title. Days right there, looks fine. I can go to series. Series is the colors of these different bars. So I might click this, and I could either make my change to just the blue one, just the red one, or to both of them. I might put data labels on there if I want. That looks a little cluttered, so I'm not going to do that. I could also go to this first one, and I could change the color. Maybe I want to do that color, and I could go to the second one, and I could change the color as well if I wanted to. So now we've got those right there. I can also go to legend. That's the key right here. Right now it's on the top. I could switch to the right side. I could go to the horizontal axis. That's these numbers right here. And if I wanted to change the font color, if I wanted to slant them, I can angle them like that. If I wanted to do some similar changes to the vertical axis right there, I could. I'm going to go down to grid lines, which is the last thing, which are the lines right now. We can see they're kind of right here, but I can also see that it did every 2 days, so it skipped. So maybe I want to add a minor grid line right there. Oops, and that you can see that was actually for the vertical axis. I could also switch to horizontal and maybe add one in between, so now we can see each individual day. And the last thing, which I forgot to do with series, was that maybe I also want to put a dot on each line. So if I go to series and I'm going to do this to all of them, I could click right here and do point shape. So maybe I put dots on them right there. So once I've done that, I've now got my graph. I can click the 3 dots in the corner to either download it as something or to copy it and paste it in another Google Doc. But that right there is how we make a line graph in Google Sheets.